Hey, good people, it's Yvonne, the Motivator Man, and this is Determined Women of Destiny Talk Show Special Edition. Enjoy. Welcome, Alyssa and Anderson. I have with me today the dynamic duo, the sister and brother team, Alyssa and Anderson Munroe. Alyssa is the PR marketing mogul, and Anderson is the creative artist genius. The two of them have come together and they are taking the world by storm. Alyssa has, some of the greatest people as her clients, and Anderson has gone across the world. So I'm going to start with Alyssa. Alyssa, tell us what you do, who you do it for, and why you do it.
Yeah, good question. So thanks for the great intro. Very happy to be here. Thanks for the invite. Again, Alyssa Monroe. I am a beauty and lifestyle marketing and communications professional. So I run a full service, digital first marketing and PR consultancy. My main focus is on beauty and lifestyle brands and the creatives who run them. I started this consultancy after working at various ad agencies and media groups and representing some of the bigger brands like Bare Minerals and Buxom Cosmetics. And I always just thought that there was a gap in the storytelling aspect of things, especially as it relates to Black and Brown women and Black and Brown culture. So fast forward about 2 years later, after just climbing the corporate ladder quicker than I anticipated, I decided to take the leap of faith and start my own consultancy full time.
So you're telling us that you climbed the ladder quicker than you expected and said, wait a minute, I don't want to climb that ladder anymore. I'm going to make my own ladder.
Yeah, I guess pretty much, yes.
Cool. Now, Anderson, tell us about these hot sneakers that we're seeing at Foot Locker with these lemons on it.
Yeah, definitely. Well, first off, thank you so much for that amazing intro. That might be the best intro I've ever had in many podcasts. So thank you. I definitely appreciate that. But yeah, most people, well, my real name is Anderson Munroe. Most people know me as Anderson Blue. Artist, graphic designer, sneaker designer, pretty much anything with illustration, that's where you'll find me. And yeah, just last week I dropped some new sneakers with Foot Locker. The project was called Lemonade. Pretty much I designed some sneakers tying back to my childhood. Just when my grandmother would just crush making lemonade. Like her patent lemonade was so good that I tried to sell it as a kid to buy sneakers. So it was actually a full circle moment when it was time to design some shoes. And I said, you know what, I'm going to tap back into that because, I've always believed in little hustles. Most people don't know this, but my dad was a cop. So his whole rule was you're allowed to hustle, but it had to be legal. So because of that, doing lemonade and stuff like that was things I did as a kid to make some money. So now that I'm designing sneakers to do so is just, is definitely a surreal moment.
You have traveled the world.
Yes, absolutely.
Living your dream.
Mm-hmm.
So tell us some of the places that you've gone and how those countries have accepted you and your product.
Yeah, definitely. So for those who don't know, I design more for the people that like pop art, sneakers, and basketball. Those are the things I'm into. So I travel at different events like Comic-Con, SneakerCon, events like that. And what I do is I display my artwork for, people that attend those events. I've done a good job at just showcasing the artwork that I do these last 10 years. And that has slowly built a community of what I do. So when I travel to these places, there are people that follow me, that come out to try to grab these limited edition prints that I make. All the artwork that I do create is limited edition, is only available for a very, very, very short period of time, usually either 24 hours or 72 hours. And if you don't get your hands on it, then that is it. I usually just move on to the next one. And I do that because I strongly believe people want what other people don't have. And I treat it just like a sneaker model. Just like if you hear a drop from Air Jordan, it's only available on Saturday, you get it. If you don't get it, oh well. So because of that, that's what opened the avenue for me to travel to different places like Japan, like Australia, like China, to meet these people in person, just so I could show them who I am, but most importantly learn about their culture, because whenever I go to these new places, that's what I guess sparks my creative energy towards doing new things, just seeing how like different cultures filters hip hop culture or American culture and things like that.
You have me cracking up because you're so laid back, like, Japan, Germany. Like, this is places we just go to every day.
Hey, Alyssa was there with me.
Yeah, I want to say he's being modest. I had the pleasure of traveling with him to Japan late last year or early this year, before all this chaos happened. And the reception was just incredible. It was crazy. I could not believe it. I'm like, I work with him, but like behind the scenes, that's just my brother, So it's super crazy to see people coming up to him for him to sign their sneakers. Some of his products just flying off the shelves. Like, we couldn't even just keep up with demand. So the reception overseas when it comes to him is crazy. It's crazy.
So Anderson, tell us, how does that feel to be a hometown boy that leaves the United States and is like everything? You're a Long Islander. You're a Long Islander.
Yeah, right. Absolutely.
Wyandanch, Long Island is where you grew up. Am I correct?
Yeah. Absolutely. Definitely Wyandanch, Long Island. Honestly, it's just surreal. And that's just because growing up, art, like for most people, nobody really takes art as like a serious career. So being able to carve a lane where you could actually do that, and not only do that and see different places, it's not, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, it doesn't go over my head that this is a very rare experience. So, I treat it like that. I treat the job that I do with a lot of respect. I put my heart and soul into it, and I'm always trying to reinvest. This year, like Alyssa said, I brought her out to Japan just so she could see, what I was doing with my artwork. Because of that, she was able to jump on with doing the Foot Locker stuff with me, so she had a better understanding how to reach these media outlets and things like that. So because I know it's such a rare thing, I am really, really proactive in putting money back into my company, trying to find the right people. Lucky for me, it's my sister this time around, and really to get the word out on what I do. Because, I know these days it's fun to kind of show that you're making money and try to flaunt it. But for me, if you don't reinvest, then you're almost, you know what I mean? It's almost guaranteeing that wherever you're at now is pretty much would be like the dead end. You know what I'm saying? So. Okay,
to my listeners, did you hear that? If you don't reinvest, you might as well just watch your business leave.
Yeah.
We're not in this to be paupers. I got that. Mm-hmm. But you can't spend every dime either, because your business has to thrive. Thank you for bringing that home so that everybody, like, mind blown, People think, oh, I'm going to be an entrepreneur and I'm going to have all of this money and I'm just going to live easy. This is the hardest job you will ever have.
Mm-hmm.
Like about 2:00, maybe 3 tomorrow morning, I'll be going to sleep because I have to edit this show myself. Mm-hmm. So I don't know what's easy about that. Okay. Mm-hmm. And I'm saving money by not having it edited, but I'm losing sleep.
Right.
So, let's get it right. First, you have to invest in your business, mm-hmm. and then you have to reinvest over and over and over again to make sure that it flows. I like what you said about, I brought my sister with me so she could really see, what the business is about, and you opened some doors for her, mm-hmm. Which is excellent. I have to be honest, I have known the two of them since, I think, Alyssa, you were 4, and Anderson, 6?
Probably 6, 7, geez, yeah.
So I've known them from a very young age. And from a very young age, who you see before you, they were already those people. already. Alyssa already was commanding, holding court, telling people what she wanted, how she wanted, and the way she wanted it done. And Anderson was the silent creative, had something to say every now and then, but really was into doing what he did. And the two of them have grown up to do fabulous things, and they're doing it together. I just love this. I love that the two of you guys are doing it together, that what you do is combined. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. I wish my sister would come on board. You know what I'm saying? I wish my niece would come on board. My niece is watching my show, my other show. I'll do a shameless plug. He Said, She Said, which you can check out on Facebook every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. And she's like, I didn't even know you did this. Hey, you know I didn't do this. I've been doing this for years. Where have you been? So I really think it's really good to have your family on board, and you know, you get to open up doors. Alyssa, tell us, what is the next big thing for you?
Honestly, it's really just focusing on my new consultancy and just making it grow. I really want to become the go-to name for beauty and lifestyle brands, and again, the creatives who run them. So it's really just about that. And of course, still partnering with Anderson Blue and helping his business and brands grow.
Tell us how we can connect with you.
So you can connect with me through my website, Alyssa. I have an interesting spelling, but it should be right there. If you can't see it, it's ALLYSSAMUNRO.com. And the same spelling goes for Instagram and Twitter. And so you can find me on all the socials and my website.
So all of you honey girls out there that you're doing all your makeup videos and all your hair videos, you want to be makeup and hair moguls, you want to contact Alyssa and say, hey, this is what I do. Tell me what I'm doing wrong. Tell me what I'm doing right. Tell me how I can expand my business. Once again, you'll be investing in your business. You want to look good out there, and Alyssa will give you that front picture where people will want to knock down your doors. Now, Anderson, tell us, what's the next big great thing coming from you?
That's a good question. I do have some projects behind the scenes that I'm working on. I'm very excited about. Unfortunately, I can't talk about them, but they are really, really big. I'm really excited for that. But right now is just continue to do my artwork once a month. What I do is I put out limited edition artwork. That's how I keep the ball rolling. I've been doing that for the last, it's probably 3 or 4 years, which is great. In the beginning, it was kind of slow because when you first start out, it's like 1 print, 2 print. You know, I look up, I'm almost on print number 50 now, which is great. Yeah, so I've really built a collection of doing that. And also just getting ready for the holidays, you know, Black Friday, Christmas is like a big time for me. So usually I have like a bunch of prints put together so people can kind of get it either for Christmas, Hanukkah, or birthday gifts and stuff like that. So just getting all that stuff in order and just trying to navigate what's going on with this whole entire virus, because this year I was actually supposed to go on my tour part 2. Like the first event I had was, I was actually getting ready to go to Singapore for the first time. And then when everything broke out, that was the end of that. So like everybody else right now, I'm just trying to navigate and figure out how I could do what I do and still be able to create my artwork and still have it be interesting for the people that can't physically come to the show and see it. So I'm doing a lot of like interviews like this, jumping on podcasts or doing Twitch or focusing on the social media aspect of things. Some of the big social medias I'm on is like YouTube, TikTok, and like Instagram. Those are my go-to. So just more or less just trying to figure out how to keep my business running, but also make a new business plan for what's going on with everything with this virus. Because unfortunately, we don't know how long it's gonna last for.
That is true. Now, can we still get those lemonade sneakers, or they're gone? We should have grabbed them when we first saw them.
So embarrassingly, I couldn't even get my hands on them. Like I was able to get like the early sample, but they sold out in like the first 30 seconds, which is awesome, which is great to see.
Oh.
The money goes to charity. Foot Locker came together with a project called Collaborate, where they're trying to raise money to try to get back to people in need from the COVID outbreak. Because, with a lot of families, it's hard to make ends meet. So what they did is they got some of the best people in the sneaker industry, sneaker influencers, sneaker designers to create limited edition products to sell, to also help to raise money. And so because of that, the sneakers were really, really limited, but it went to like a really good cause. So I can't be too upset.
You have got to be the most modest man on the planet. You developed these sneakers as an attempt to assist people who are struggling through this pandemic.
Yeah, absolutely.
That is fabulous. Absolutely fabulous that you wanted to give back, because so many people are struggling. There's people still waiting for that stimulus check. There's just so much going on. And for you to say, I'm going to take something that I do and give back, that's phenomenal. And I applaud you for that. I absolutely do. That is just such a great thing. It really is. We have pandemic, we have protest and panic right now. And that's just like a really bright light through all of this dimness. I thank you for that. I truly thank you for that. So what do the two of you see that you'll be doing in the future that we can look forward to? Because we're going to keep our good eye on you.
So I'll start. For me, I am going to soon be releasing I'll be operating under a different brand name. So again, I am a PR, marketing, and communications consultant, but it's now going to be housed underneath a separate entity, which I'm excited about. So I'll keep you informed. Just follow me and you'll be informed on when the release date will be happening. So that is what is for me. So I've been focusing on that, and of course doing some partnerships with some beauty brands that you'll also see coming out. So that's all exciting stuff that you could look forward to in the future.
Can you give us a little tidbit of that new rebranding that you're doing? Or we just have to wait? You're going to give us a sneak preview?
I would say you just have to wait. Just hang on tight. Just continue to follow me on social media, and you will be the first to know when it happens.
Give us your social media information again, just in case somebody tuned in. You're listening to Determined Women of Destiny. My guest is the dynamic duo, Alyssa and Anderson Munroe. She is the PR marketing mogul, and he is the creative artist genius. Alyssa, give us your social media information.
Yeah, my social media is at Alyssa, ALLYSSA, Monroe, MUNRO, and you can catch me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and of course my website.
And Anderson, please let us know where we can follow you. I mean, I haven't been to Germany, but I saw your pictures, so I kind of was like dreaming and pretending that I was in the background. So let us know how we can find you, so we can just like travel with you, like in our head and our hearts.
You can find me at Anderson Blue. Just so everybody knows, Blue is spelled BLUU. That's 2 U's. If you put that into Google, you'll find me on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. On all those platforms, I'm either showing you how to become a better artist, or showing you my artwork, take you behind my art process, or just showing you the behind the scenes while I'm on tour. So that's where you could definitely find me. And as far as what I have going on for the future, hopefully more sneaker designs. My goal is to really to become, a big name in the sneaker industry. I'm a fan of sneakers. I grew up on it. I played basketball as a kid, so I have no choice but not to like sneakers. And since I know there's about 1% of sneaker designers are people of color, it just puts the fire underneath me to really push, to really show people that it's possible. and more artwork. And as soon as things get better, I definitely plan to do an art show. I was hoping to do it this year, but with everything going on, I guess it's a blessing from the universe. Take more time, design more stuff, but definitely an art show, which I'm really excited to put together.
And I will be looking forward to that. I was giggling when you were saying sneakers, because I remember your mother's basement being filled with them.
Yep.
And you are the next great big thing when it comes to the sneaker industry. And I hope any of the women that are listening or even watch this show, if you have young sons, just encourage them, especially if they're artists, encourage them. We try, like you said, Anderson, we try and push our children away from art because, you're not going to be able to make money. They will be able to make money if you encourage them, like your father said. You can hustle as long as it is legal. The dream is free. That hustle is what you have to pay for. That hustle, now that's going to take every dime, every waking moment, and some of your sleeping moment, because before a show, I know I never sleep. I toss and turn all night long because I'm wondering, I'm counteracting. If my guest says this, what will I say? So, yeah, if your children come to you, whatever their hopes and dreams are, fertilize it. Just like you would water the flowers in your house, just water it, even if you don't understand it. Trust me, my parents had no idea what I wanted to do. I wanted to act. I wanted to speak. I wanted to be in the limelight. Both of my parents were blue collar workers. They were like, you need to work 20 years and retire. I said, I ain't never working nowhere 20 years. And the day I retire is the day I die. So with that, follow your dreams. Just follow your dreams. Alyssa and Anderson are proof positive that if you have a dream and you follow it, it can definitely be very lucrative, but you have to work. It doesn't come overnight. And if by chance you're struggling, I am a life coach. I will help you design a blueprint for success. All you have to do is contact me, 516-564-3836, or hit me up on Facebook, just Yvonne Mann, Instagram, determined_women_of_, I know it's long, destiny, or my email, my name, YvonneMann07@gmail.com. Let's get it on and popping. Listen, COVID has put us in the house. And even though we're coming outside a little bit more, like Anderson said, it's not going to be things as usual. Take this downtime. Think about what you want to do and how you want to do it. You need some help? Your girl over here, Alyssa, is sitting there waiting for you to send her an Instagram DM or Facebook message and just say, hey girl, hey, this is what I'm thinking about doing. Can you help me out? And like I said, we're going to keep our good eye on Anderson, because when those sneakers come out, we want to get them before they sell out. So we could be walking around talking about, we have an Anderson Blue original. I want to thank both of you so much for being with me on my show, letting my listeners, just hear what you're doing and just feel the greatness of it. I'm still vibrating over the give back thing. I mean, I've worked in social service for years, and that warms my heart because I'm on the front line of seeing exactly how needy people are, and that's really something. So, Alyssa and Anderson, thank you. And, tell your mother I said hi.
Will do. Anytime. Anytime.
And you know what? I'm going to have you guys back because I know there has to be a part two. Because you're doing such great stuff. Once again, thank you, and be well until we meet again.
Absolutely. Right. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Yvonne.
Thank you for tuning into the Determined Women of Destiny talk show. I have been your host, Yvonne the Motivator Man. The show is sponsored by Slinger Haskell Funeral Home and Supreme Managed Business Solutions.